Old Guy Radio Players presents. It's the George and Pudgy Show. Starring Milt Stiltskin as George Coinbridge. Co-starring Bill Dookie as Pudgy Coinbridge. Also starring Schmitzy Puldunka as Maggie Coinbridge and Margaret Meadowmuffin as Mildred Coinbridge, along with Peter Peters as Felvin Snoots, Percy Tinkles as Edward K. Murrow, and the man of 101 voices, Thok Marley. The Royal Tour, Episode 7. Is there a toad in the hole? Or is that a monkey on your back?
This is the Gumshoe Radio Network. This episode of the George and Pudgy Show is brought to you by Samuel's Sewer Sucking Service. No one likes to talk about sewer problems, but even fewer people like to deal with a sewer backup. That's where Samuel's Sewer Sucking Service comes to the rescue. Our trained professional crew will show up on time, smartly dressed in suits and fully prepared to fix and clean your worst sewer problems. So remember, the next time you have a sewer problem, you can trust the man in the sewer sucker suit. That's Samuel's Sewer Sucking Service. And by the makers of Mrs. Marshall's Magnificent Wonderwear. It puts the wonder in your unders. It never tears, it self-cleans. Mrs. Marshall's Wonderwear.
When we last left our story, Mr. Murrow wanted a place to cry himself to sleep. Let's see how things went.
I call top bunk. Where are you sleeping, Mr. Murrow?
Somewhere where you won't hear me cry myself to sleep.
Pudgy, be a dear and shut the light out, please.
Well, good night, everyone. And if I'm lucky, the Lord will take me in my sleep.
Ah! Get away from me, you big ape!
Georgie, will you leave the woman alone? We're on vacation.
But she's not even in the room. I think she went to take a shower. I was supposed to stand guard. I'll brutalize the guy that's peeping at her. Maggie, where's this guy I got a clobber?
Guy? It was no guy, Hercules. It was a huge gorilla.
A gorilla? For real? Well, where is he now?
I don't know. He ran off with my shower cap.
Why would a gorilla need a shower cap?
How should I know? Maybe it's for his wife.
Well, if you're done in here, let's meet up with the others for some breakfast.
I trust you folks got some sleep?
How could anyone sleep with those two goobas on wood?
You get used to it.
Okay, Snoots, where's the restaurant?
You're standing in it.
What on earth are you talking about? There's a couple of card tables and some folding chairs in here.
Apparently, this is what passes for a restaurant in Gibraltar.
Where's the waiter?
Beats me. Maybe you have to ring this bell.
Is there something you need this morning?
Can you get the waiter for us?
Waiter, do you see anyone else working here?
Well, we'd like to see some menus, please.
Toad in a hole.
What did you just call my wife, Buster?
Toad in a hole. That's what we have for breakfast.
What else do you have?
Did you hear me say anything else? Toad in a hole. It's what my wife made this morning. So that's what we have for breakfast.
Swell. A round of toads in the holes, please.
Can we please get some hot coffee, please?
We only have hot tea.
Guess we're having tea. Well, I'm not eating any toads. I hear those things are poisonous.
We can only hope. Have two, Snoots.
Here are your sausage rolls and your tea.
sausage rolls. I thought they only had toads in a hole.
Just eat it, Pudgy. I think this place was a barracks during the war.
I think this place was bombed during the war.
I suggest we don't anger the locals. I'm sure this will suffice. Now that we've all survived breakfast, let's go see this big rock George has been talking about for days.
Ah, there you are. I am very much here waiting to take you to the Rocket of Gibraltar.
Mr. Driver, sir, what's your name? I figure we should know it since you've gone through all the trouble to give us good service.
I am so very much thanking you for asking. My name is Rudra.
So, how far is the Rock of Gibraltar, anyway?
Do you see that over there, George? It'll be that giant piece of stone that you can see from a 100-mile radius anywhere in this town.
Holy smokes! That thing? Now that's a big rock! How long did it take to carve that thing? I'll bet you $50 it was that same guy that did Mount Rushmore.
It's a natural rock formation, George.
Oh, good. Glad they use natural rock.
We are here now as we are present at the Rocket of Gibraltar.
Okay, folks, we finally made it to the Rock of Gibraltar. George, Pudgy, think you can avoid starting a fight or getting arrested for more than 15 minutes?
I don't know, Mr. Morrow. 15 minutes is a long time.
Hey, what's with all the baboons?
Wait, those are the gorillas like the one that stole my shower cap.
That little guy is what stole your shower cap? Don't you remember seeing the gorillas at the Bronx Zoo?
Yeah, sure, but I thought they came in different colors and sizes.
Those are Barbary macaques. They're the only wild monkey population on the European continent. They're also known locally as Barbary apes or rock apes, but they're technically tailless monkeys.
Hey, I know you're sharp as a tack, Mildred, but how exactly do you come to have this knowledge about these gorillas?
Monkeys, Pudgy. I read it on the sign behind you.
That's my Mildred.
Look at all the stuff them apes have. I see women's scarves, beach towels. There's even some woman's voice way up there on that big ledge. There on the right.
Hey, watch out behind you, George.
What the? Hey, get away from me, you little...
He was trying to get your wallet.
Thanks there, Felvin. I owe you one.
Only one, huh? That's not a surprise.
Hey, Maggie, look. There's the one that took your shower cap.
And judging by what he's doing with it, I'm guessing Maggie's not going to want it back.
You got that right. And you know what? I would still have that shower cap if only Georgie boy here had watched the shower door like he said he would.
Well, I guess it never occurred to you to wake me up before you went to the shower?
I did wake you up. I was trying to be quiet so as not to wake up everyone else. So I leaned over and I whispered real soft so I didn't wake up everyone else. That's when I told you to get up. I was taking a shower.
I'm surprised you didn't just use ESP. Since when have you ever been able to wake me up with a whisper?
Ew, what stinks? Is that you, Pudgy?
Yeah, it's me, Mildred. How could it possibly be anything else? Oh, wait, it wouldn't be 500 monkeys.
All right, that's enough of this. I think we have looked at and smelled about all there is to see and sniff here. What do you say we go back to the hotel for the rest of the day to relax and get drunk? I mean, get rested up.
I think that's the first thing you said that I agree with.
What makes you think I care if you agree with me, Tarzan? With what's happened recently, if given the chance, I would trade places with Johnson just before he fell from the plane. That said, the way I've handled this trip is so far beyond what I've done to build my career. All I can think of to do is sit by the pool and drink a bottle of scotch.
I have very much anticipated your needs, Mr. Conmero. In the back where you are seated is a large amount of liquor. Please help yourself to a chug and chunder.
For some unknown reason, the little paper umbrellas in my drinks are always soaking wet.
I think it's because you're putting them in upside down.
I shouldn't think you would be capable of drinking any more liquor than you have, Mr. Selvin Fanute. I know you're quite gassed. I see 2 of you.
I think Mr. Morrow's sweater's coming unraveled. You know what I mean? He's drinking all the time, and he's almost always in a bad mood.
Well, with all the trouble you and Pudgy have caused, it's no wonder poor Mr. Morrow's swallowing down fifths of booze like it was soda pop.
Me and Pudgy? Who was it that tried to start a fight with a stranger at Stonehenge?
Yeah, who actually did start a fight? Pudgy did, that's who. He had to open his yap and started the fight that got him and poor Georgie locked up for the night.
Please, ladies, give me a break. Either shoot me and put me out of my misery, or go argue about who causes more trouble at the other end of the pool.
Well, I'm glad we're over here, Georgie boy. I don't know what the gals are talking about, but they have Mr. Morrow so riled up, he's drinking with both hands.
I think Mr. Morrow's starting to lose it, Pudgy. As much as I hate to say it, but when you see a man drinking with both hands, he's got a monkey on his back. It's a good thing we decided to sit here in the shade and the trees.
You know something, George? This isn't the nicest hotel we've stayed at by a long shot, but just sitting here relaxing by the pool, it's actually really nice.
Ah! Get off my back! Get off my back!
Hold still! I'll get 'em!
Tell me you see what I'm seeing, George?
I see Selvin getting a monkey off of Mr. Morrow's back.
Will Mr. Morrow's paper umbrellas dry out? Will Mr. Morrow get the monkey off his back? Tune in to see on next week's episode of the George and Pudgy Show. This episode of the George and Pudgy Show is brought to you by Samuel's Sewer Sucking Service. No one likes to talk about sewer problems, but even fewer people like to deal with a sewer backup. That's where Samuel's Sewer Sucking Service comes to the rescue. Our trained professional crew will show up on time, smartly dressed in suits and fully prepared to fix and clean your worst sewer problems. So remember, the next time you have a sewer problem, you can trust the man in the sewer sucker suit. That's Samuel's Sewer Sucking Service. And by the makers of Mrs. Marshall's Magnificent Wonderwear. It puts the wonder in your unders. It never tears, it self-cleans. Mrs. Marshall's Wonderwear.